This episode of Dragon Ball Super, for it being filler or slice of life, I gotta say it delivered, especially if you've actually seen the original Dragon Ball, you know, when Goku and Krillin and all them were kids. It is that much more awesome because, I mean, all the throwbacks, the nods to the past, bringing back Baba and everything, it was like, yeah, they're using these moments, and I guess it's to play off our nostalgia, but nevertheless, these moments have just been like, spot on for holy shit, oh, remember that. So from the beginning of the episode, honestly, I definitely like the training a little bit more with Goku and Gohan, in a sense of like the action was awesome, them both going at it. And it's kind of weird to see Gohan's character where he seems like he's more up for a fight when he's in the Saiyaman thing, because I guess he sees that as not his job but like his duty. So maybe the Saiyaman thing in his mind now is more so, okay, this is when I fight, this is when I get into combat, when I'm great Saiyaman. Otherwise, I'm just nerdy Gohan. I'm assuming that that's his mindset right now, because he was like, I don't know, but the second he put on Saiyaman 2, he's like, yo, let's go. So maybe that's a bit of a different or a change of Gohan's character, where he's more so into or willing to throw down if he's great Saiyaman now, although I imagine that might change within the next couple episodes. But nevertheless, those scenes were pretty freaking awesome. And honestly, even with the slice of life feel with, you know, Chi-Chi getting mad about them destroying the field and everything, it just felt really, really good. This is one of those feel-good episodes of Dragon Ball Super. Wasn't amazing or anything, but I felt as though with the episode, as it progressed, it got more just impactful and more enjoyable, to be honest with you. Now, one of the things about the episode that I feel, even though it's a subplot, I think it was better than everything going on, because essentially it's like, okay, Goku's just trying to train, he's trying to get stronger, but I think the subplot that is a little bit more important is Krillin in this episode. Once Krillin, which I think he should have probably been in the beginning of the episode, just because it seems as though that's more important as far as, you know, the theme of these couple episodes or whatever, but Krillin basically wanting to protect his family and wanting to be more. Now, initially, he was just, you know, doing his duty, and he even said, I'm done with martial arts, you know, I'm a cop now, I'm a legit dude, I ain't fighting against aliens and monsters anymore. But when he started thinking about it, and he had that little training, which, oh my god, the fucking turtle suit, like, it really felt like OG Dragon Ball for a little bit. When they were training at Roshi's Island and everything, I was like, this is that classic Dragon Ball that we love. Now, again, people will say maybe it was a little bit slow in between things and the little conversations, but again, it was going back to the origins of what Dragon Ball really was, and I'm fine with that. Some people might not like it, and fair enough if you don't, but I was totally fine with that. But getting back to what I was talking about regarding the subplot of Krillin, I love that it's kind of his development and him kind of realizing, which I think a lot of the characters in Dragon Ball, because they had a time of peace and the changes they've seen within themselves, like Gohan and stuff like that, noticing that the world isn't always going to be safe and that they need to be able to fend for themselves and, you know, protect their families and the people that they love, is something that is kind of slowly thematically going through each character that initially was like, okay, you know, I'm done with fighting, it's a peaceful time. Now they realize, well, with Beerus showing up and Frieza and seeing the Universe 6 tournament and Goku Black and all that, we can't just continue to be couch potato, fuck everything. And I think that was another big part of this episode that was great for Krillin's character development, seeing Krillin kind of having to overcome the fact that, yeah, I've lived a peaceful life now, you know, I'm just kind of chilled, I don't want to train no more, but I gotta protect my family. And I love seeing him overcome that hurdle of realizing, yeah, I gotta train, I gotta do that. So it's very similar to Gohan's character, and I think that's a pivotal part of a lot of the characters in Dragon Ball right now, is that they live peace for a while, and they're realizing slowly but surely it's not gonna always be peaceful. There's always gonna be some sort of threat, and I need to protect the people I love. So cool stuff there. Ending of the episode, I ain't gonna lie, that knocked my socks off. Seeing fucking the return, I mean, I was looking at all, they had Tambourine, seemingly Piccolo Daimao, King Piccolo, the evil Piccolo, the original Piccolo. You had evil Vegeta when he first showed up, Saiyan Saga Vegeta. You had Nappa. You had just so many Super Buu there. Of course, Cell, Frieza, like, it was just... Even though it's only going to be for the following episode, and I imagine all of it is going to, you know, be completed by then, ultimately that was a great way to end off the episode, and I imagine a lot of people are going to love what's to come regarding action and stuff like that. But it seems as though, again, even though the overall thing is that Goku wants to train, Krillin and his overcoming is something that is very pivotal to these episodes. And I think the following episode, while Goku's having a great time because he could kick all their asses now, Super Buu, Tambourine, like, he'll kill all of them, but Krillin is going to have a tough time with this. And I think, again, similar to what Gohan had to overcome, Krillin's now having to overcome that. And that's that you can't live peacefully. You're going to have to train so that you can be ready when shit goes down. And I think that this forest, as I've said in a couple of my other previous videos talking about these upcoming episodes, this forest probably brings out some of your deepest fears that you've had in life and you're currently having, because even when they walked in, you see Krillin seeing images of his family. And I think one of his deepest fears, again, is letting his family down, you know, having his family die because he's too weak to protect them. So it's going to probably be a hurdle for Krillin to overcome all that within the upcoming episode. And honestly, I just really enjoyed this episode. It was a solid, good episode, nothing spectacular, but focusing on side characters like Krillin, great move, and something that we don't really get in the main story of Dragon Ball Super, especially just in general. Like, how long has it been since Dragon Ball has really focused in? And again, even if you argue this is filler, ultimately it's good development for these characters, and it seems as though the Super anime has been pretty consistent with, at the very least, what they're doing with the side characters carrying over to the bigger arcs. And knowing what we know about the upcoming major arc, Krillin having this, you know, hurdle to overcome, great stuff. Honestly, I want to say a good to a very good, probably 7.5 out of 10 for this episode. The throwbacks to Dragon Ball, having Baba in there, the magazines for Roshi, looking for this plant, everything about it I really enjoyed, and I thought it was a very nice episode, especially for Krillin's character. And the return of them villains at the end was hype. Let me know what you guys think. I think the biggest question right now is, what are you most excited to see regarding these villains? Who are you most excited to see throw down? Is it the return of Nappa, seeing, you know, Saiyan Saga Vegeta, even Tambourine from the Piccolo, I mean King Piccolo? Oh my god, just so much awesomeness, and I can't wait for next week to see some of these fights go down. And your overall thoughts of the episode, how did you feel about the plot or the subplot of Krillin having to overcome these hurdles? I think that's a great move on Dragon Ball's part, giving some development for these side characters. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Next week is looking like it's about to be lit. We just got too many fucking villains. Have an awesome one.